don't know the Neville brothers? They had a great song come out 20 years ago called it's Yellow Moon, but that's not the song, it's in the album. And Brian Eno, who produces frequently for U2, actually produced that album. And the whole song is about that we always go into wars thinking that God is on our side, that somehow right is on our side. And of course, I wonder, how can you have two different groups of people going at war and each claiming that God's on their side? Either God's wrong or we're wrong. Because God surely can't allow two groups of people to fight over him if both claim to love him and adhere to him. And I really don't doubt people's sincerity at that moment. So what's the answer? The answer is something that's not perfect, but at least it's a little bit more objective. And that's the rule of law. Justice is subjective. Rule of law is objective. And that's what the International Criminal Court is all about. And that's what's missing in Syria. Syria should have been referred to the International Criminal Court 2 years ago now. Why? Because of course we all need to see justice done via the rule of law. But then the question is, what kind of future can Syria expect if there is no objective way to go back and say this is what happened? Probably like most of you, I see Assad as the bad guy and the dictator in this conflict. But that doesn't mean he's the only one at fault. And it doesn't mean that bad things have not been done in the name of freedom and liberty and even democracy. So there has to be a way to hold people accountable. And it can't be the end makes right. It can't be that what we do today, tomorrow, because we won, our sins are washed away. That's the lesson of Bosnia, and that should be the lesson for Syria. Now Bosnia was even worse, because in the end, because there was no, the International Criminal Tribunal came around later. In the end, what we had is people being judged and convicted for crimes, but their project, which is an ethnically cleansed Republika Srpska in parts of Bosnia, remaining. So it was very funny. We judged people, but we didn't judge their project. We let the project stand. If that happens in Syria, we're going to have a very badly divided country, probably much worse than Iraq. And it will be extremely unstable, because unlike Bosnia and the former Yugoslavia, it is in an even much more unstable area of the world. I see some of you might have to go because there are other classes. I appreciate you all coming, and I'm going to now open it up for questions. Thank you.